Hello and welcome back to the Victoria Slater Show. Okay, first episode, we're doing a solo and I have so much to tell you. First, if you're watching online, this is the podcast mic. This is I think it's a $150 podcast mic that I bought for $35 off of Facebook Marketplace. And I met someone it was a Friday on the corner. It was a Friday when the Knicks were playing. I don't remember if they were home or not, but at 7 p.m., had to walk through downtown to go pick it up, and everyone's out in their cute little outfits, and I was home for the night and I had forgotten to go pick it up, and I did like a random trade, like Zelled to this person on the corner. Totally fine. Anyway, we love her. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, just a little for those of you who don't know, and then if you need to know more, let me know. Other than that intro on me today, this is how it's going to go. We're going to start every episode with, what did you do this morning? I'm a daytime person. I'm a morning person. They are my favorite. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, so that's what we're going to do with guests, with me, whatever. And we're going to go through rapid fire. Any updates, any quick thoughts of the week, we're going to go over that. And then for today's episode, I'm going to get into how I went to my friend's wedding solo and without knowing anyone there. And that's it. Okay, so little things about me. And I'm looking at my notes, by the way, if you're watching online. Okay, so quick intro. I'm 29, I'm from Connecticut, and my family still lives in Connecticut. So I go out, and when I say my family, I mean my parents. My brother's in college, so he is home this summer. I go out as much as I can. I feel guilty when I don't. My mom's like, it's fine, honey. I'm like, no, I have to be there with you guys. I used to literally never go home like 4 years ago, but here we are. It is such an incredible luxury. I feel so blessed that my family is like 25 miles away, 1 hour by train. I've met so many transplants when I say transplants, I've met so many people who have to travel really far to go home. I've met these people in New York, so I am so lucky that that's not the case. Although my parents do want to move. Okay, I work a corporate job. I have my whole life. It's like the only way I know how to make money, like for the most part, like, you know, other than babysitting or working front desk. Like, I make my money, I have my health care, all I know how to do is, you know what I'm saying? Like, making corporate job. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Whatever. Okay, so I'm working corporate. I work 8 to 5, 5 days a week in the office. Wait, we're gonna get into what a week looks like for me. But I'm just letting you know. I'm literally always there and never here in my apartment. I've been in the city for almost 5 years. Almost 5 consecutive years, but I moved during COVID and then moved back home. It was a whole mess. So it's a little more than 5, but we just say 5. I'm a Gemini, Cancer. Do with that what you will. I'm single. I live in a studio in downtown Manhattan. Now, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, not her telling us that she lives alone, telling the internet. No, I'm telling you this information because I'm living my dream. I've wanted to live in New York City alone for a very, very long time, and I lived with an amazing roommate for 4 years, and in the fall, so right now it's June, so in the fall, like 9 months ago, I moved out, and it makes me incredibly happy. I love my space. My space is me in apartment form. Okay, that's my quick intro, okay? Oh, I also want to tell you about what a week looks like for me, so you can get a little idea about who you're dealing with here. Okay, so in a 5-day week, in a 7-day week, okay, Sunday to Saturday, I spend most of my time, like emotional, mental, physical energy, working out, meal prepping my food, eating my meal prepped food, packaging it, being in the office from 8 to 5, so that's more like I'm out of the house from minimum 7:20 a.m. until 5:40 p.m. So I wear sneakers to and from work. Sometimes, I'm always lugging around bags because I have my Tupperware. Maybe I have to return a book during my lunch break. I'm trying to maximize being out of the house. Also, it's summer, so I sail every Wednesday in Connecticut. Every Wednesday. The sailing season is so short. It's the absolute best activity, best thing to do. I just realized my AC is off and I'm really hot. It's okay. So I go sailing, and then sometimes I'll either bring friends from the city or I'll spend the night out at home because it's just nicer. I also don't sleep well in New York. What I mean is my apartment is so incredibly hot. I wake up sweating so many nights. An AC unit, it's just not the same as central air, and it's really, 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 really loud. So I sleep really well when I go home, plus I get to see my fam. And it's only 45 minutes on the train during rush hour, okay? Okay, so that's my rapid fire. I wanted to give you a little tidbit about me and also what I actually do in a week. I'm a meal prep gal, I'm a grocery gal. I had no food this past week. It was terrible time. I do that because I think it's healthy. I think it's, what's the word? Like cost saving. And I just feel better about myself inside and out when I prepare my food and I make exactly what I like and how much of it I want to eat. So that's that. I'm in the routine. I've been doing it for like 3 years. Okay. Any questions or comments? Let me know in the comments, okay? Or like post on the comments of the YouTube video or DM me on SlaterFits on Instagram, okay? Okay, so hopefully you can get a sense about who I am. I'm a fast talker. I like to be really busy. I guess we'll get into that. I like to be very busy outside of work. I'm very busy in work. And that's all good. Okay, some rapid fire things I wanted to tell you about. I, this week, downgraded my Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card to the Preferred. CSR to the Chase Preferred. I was thinking about this for a hot minute because they have so many benefits I feel like I don't use primarily. Like for example, this is an $800 credit card. $800 a year. It used to be $550 when I got it 4 years ago. And I was like, I'm gonna travel, like I'm such a big spender. Well, to be honest, like I don't travel that much. I like to do one really big trip in the year. This year it was Japan. And then when I was laid off, I did really big trips. But in like a regular work year, I'll do like 2 weeks to Europe, whatever. You get the idea. Like normal, right? But I have some friends who have this credit card. They are big spenders and like $10,000 a month in their credit card. And they're always traveling, whether it's for work or not. But honestly, I love my life here in New York City, and especially in the summer between New York and Connecticut. Like I'm not going to that many places. So anyway, also with the CSR, they have a hotel credit, $250 off a hotel stay, 2-night minimum, and the only hotels included in this are literally $700 a night. I'm just not that. That's not for me. I did it when I was in New Zealand because the New Zealand dollar is literally half the US dollar. Whatever. So I decided it's not for me, so that's a cost-saving measure I'm doing. I also canceled my Clear, which honestly, I was at the airport the other day at 4 in the morning, and the Clear lane wasn't even open. So that's that. Okay, another rapid fire. At present, if you're watching this video, I forgot to wash the shampoo out of my hair in the shower. So I have to get my hair blown out. I think it's a necessary expense. There's something else to do. That feels like a real fail on my part. Okay, also, I turned 29 on May 28th. It's a big deal, okay? I love my birthday so much. I'm looking at my giant 2.9 balloons. They're still here 3 weeks later. However, the password of my computer, of my personal laptop, ever since I was 18 years old, is my age typed out. So when I was 18, it was EIGHTEN. And so right now I have to change it from 28, like TWENTY, to 29. And I feel like it takes me a hot second to do this. And when I say hot second, I mean the summer. Because I feel like my age is my identity. Like people at work call me ageist. It's like, it's not my fault if I go on a date with a 26-year-old and I make a comment on it. You know what I mean? Maybe that was too out of context. Anyway, it takes me a sec to wrap my head around my new age. I moved here when I was 24. I still feel like I'm 25, like the youngest person in the room. But I'm not. I'm 29. Feels a little weird. Feels like it's someone else's age, not mine. So I'm just kind of wrapping my head around it. And we'll get to the updating of the password, which I think is like low-key the big transition for me in the age, even though I did like 3 birthday celebrations. Okay, last thing I want to touch on in my rapid fire. So I don't like group dinners anymore. I used to coordinate like 6 or 8 person reservations once a month and just invite all the girls that could come, all my girlfriends. That was so much fun. However, I don't do it anymore. I think that eating out is the most unhealthy and most expensive thing you could do. And I just would prefer to save my money and go to Paris or like buy my mom something nice than just like these little like $100, $150 dinners. It just adds up so quick. I'm also not into drinking these days. Ooh, that is something we should talk about. I'm gonna bring my friend C on. Yeah, and we're gonna touch on drinking. Wait, also, did I already say this? What did I do this morning? I think I forgot. We did quick intro, rapid fire. All right, we'll do what I did this morning when we're done with rapid fire. So anyway, I'm talking about group dinners because I just feel like you get screwed over if you're not drinking, if they're gonna split the bill evenly, which is also so inconsiderate and crazy of those people who do that. But anyway, like the equal split when you didn't get equal things. My really good friend Anari's birthday is tonight, or her birthday dinner is tonight, and it's BYOB, so no alcohol will be on the bill, which is great. I'll bring 2 bottles of sparkling water to share. Probably end up drinking them myself because no one ever wants that. But I just texted her. I feel like I've known Anari for like 6 years, and I just wanted to be like, hey, I really want to be able to celebrate you. Like, she came to my birthday. It means so much when your friends show up for you. I feel like to be a good friend in this economy, it's showing up for your people, like, physically. It means so much when my friends do it for me, so I really want to be there for her. And I think she's cool as a cucumber. If I couldn't make it, it would be fine. But between you and me, if I couldn't make it, it's either because I went home to Connecticut, or it's because I didn't want to like get stuck with a big bill, to be honest. And I've avoided group dinners for that reason. Like, my gym went out for a group dinner at Rosie's. Their bill was $120 a person. Rosie's is a taco place. Like, the value of the food and the money is not matching. Okay, anyway, so she let me know, like, look, hey, I get it. Let's figure something out. It probably won't be more than $50, like, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes these dinners are like $115 minimum, whatever. So that's something that I deal with. I try not to like bring it up too much because it's like awkward. Like, I'm not trying to be cheap. I'm just like, that's my preference, you know? So we'll see how tonight goes. I definitely recognize like showing up to a dinner, like, it's gonna cost what it's gonna cost, and I'm not gonna know till after, but I just don't think it's gonna be that much, so we will see. It's in Brooklyn Heights tonight, so I'm going on a journey to Brooklyn. It's gonna take me 40 minutes to get there. Okay, next segment, what did I do this morning? I love mornings so much. Okay, I went on a run with my friend C, and it was through a run club through our gym. It was a 5K, which is 3.2 miles, and we went over the Williamsburg Bridge. If you don't know this, I'm gonna tell you, the Williamsburg Bridge, all of the bridges, I've walked all of them, are so incredibly steep. So incredibly steep, oh my gosh. It's tough, but it's so rewarding. Like, it's hard, but it's such a good run. And we got to this coffee shop. I couldn't even stomach coffee. I was like, I need to go eat food. But my favorite way to spend my weekends are being vertical, being outside, and being with my friends. And so starting my mornings like this is the perfect combination. I got to be with my friend. We did a fitness activity. We were outside. We got to catch up. Boom. We finished by 10 a.m. How incredible is that? I love getting steps in. Like, and then I got to walk home from 14th. Like, it's the best morning ever. I met C at our gym at a gym class like a year ago. And now we spend a lot of Saturday mornings together, and we're just aligned. Like, we're aligned on our run pace. We're aligned on our fitness level. We're kicking, like, we have so much fun together. So that was that. Tomorrow morning, Sunday, I'm playing tennis with Christine and Ella, also friends from my gym. I'm so excited. I love playing tennis with them. We have so much fun. And then I might go to solo breakfast at Clinton Street Baking Company because I really love pancakes. Like, I think it's pancake time. And if you go early, you don't have to wait that long. Okay, anyway, that's for tomorrow. So yeah, it was a really fulfilling weekend. Saturday morning, I mean. Yay. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that intro, rapid fire, and what did I do this morning segment. Now I want to get into the meat of this episode, talking about what I did last weekend, which was going to my friend's wedding. I didn't just go to my friend's wedding. I'm going to give you some bullet points here. This is my friend Caroline. We are both 29. Our birthdays are a few days apart. We met when we were 18. I'm going to tell you how we met, and you can't laugh. I'll tell you in a second. So we met when we were 18. Caroline is an old dear friend. She's one of those people who, she went to school in Chicago and lives in Chicago. And she's one of those people who's really good on her phone. She's a really good communicator. This is what makes it so easy to keep up with my friends. I have plenty of friends who are really bad at texting. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, that's just because they're not as close to you as you think. And I don't think that's true for some of these people. I think they're just bad on their phone. Anyway, Caroline is not one of those people. She's on Instagram, she's on text. She's so great. Like, I felt very included. I wasn't invited to the batch or anything. Like, I was just a wedding guest, but I felt so honored to be included. And she would text, like, I could just text her anything. Like, this is the wedding dress, like, da-da-da. Like, it just felt very, like, very easy. She likes to be involved in all those things. Like, it's not like I was like, oh, she's busy, I can't text her about what to wear. She was like, no, text me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, I'm throwing bullet points at you. So it was black tie on a Saturday in June in Chicago. So I had to get flights, I had to get a place to stay, I had to buy a dress, I had to get the dress hemmed, because I've literally never worn black tie, even though I've been to black tie things. I had to get shoes, and I had to coordinate a purse. I ended up using one of my mom's old ones, thank God, and I had it in my apartment here. And I had to get her gift. I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay, those are all the components. So let me run through the finance side, and then I'll tell you what I did that weekend. I was in Chicago for, I don't even think it was 36 hours. I landed at 9 p.m. Friday. I left at 5 a.m. Sunday because the wedding was only on Saturday. I just, like, of the handful of people I know in Chicago, other than the bride, none of them were there. I was like, I don't need to be here. I just don't need to be here. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I got my flight with points. I didn't have that many. I had like 30,000 credit card points from the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And I think I bought a United flight. I really like United, by the way. I should get the United, like, Delta Platinum. Alright, that's also like an $800 credit card. We're going reverse here, but it's fine. One day soon, I'll be back in that game. And I stayed at another friend's of mine apartment. Like, so grateful I didn't have to pay for hotel. If I had to pay for hotel, I probably would have flown in Saturday morning. But here's the thing. As I told you, Saturdays are my favorite. Saturday mornings are my favorite. So I landed Friday night, slept in on Saturday, and then went on a run. And I, like, went into random hair and nail salons and just, like, got appointments that day. It was great. Okay, sorry. So the finance side. So the dress, for the dress, I walked into Macy's in Herald Square, which is an intimidating place. And I bought a dress. Like that. It was on sale for $140. Wait, you gotta check my Instagram, Slater Fits. The dress is gorgeous. It's navy. It had a bejeweled neckline. I thought it was super beautiful. It was very, covered up. Like, a lot of girls will have more figure hugging dresses. This was me in black tie dress form. That was great. I paid, I think, $65 to get it hemmed. It was quite long. For my birthday, my mom paid for the shoes, which were like $70 from Nordstrom. And now they're my wedding shoe, so that's great. Okay, that was the dress. And also, I did all of this, like, on my lunch break. I get 1 hour for lunch. And I went to Macy's to try on the dress. Or maybe I went after work, but it was a combination. And then I had to go, I did a dry run to make sure I could get there in time, know exactly where the tailor in Macy's was, and get back to work within my lunch break hour. So I did a dry run, and then after I got the shoes, and then I went back with the dress. So I had to carry the dress to work on the subway, carry it with me to Macy's on the subway. It was a whole thing. I had to make trips to Nordstrom by Columbus Circle to get the shoes. Whatever. Maybe I could have done that in a better way, but that's how I did it. Because I don't have a lot of flexibility during the week. So anyway, okay, dress, shoes, hotel, or stayed at my friend's, flight. Oh, and I wanted to get her a gift from her. I asked her about the registry. I got items from the registry that totaled $100. I was like, look, do you want cash or do you want something from the registry? I want to give you something you actually will use. And she was like, girl, I handpicked this registry. I would love something from the registry. I was like, okay, say less. Perfect. So, did that. Now, I flew in Friday night, and I'm such a public transit girl, but I don't really know the deal in Chicago. So I took a Lyft, whatever. Ooh, wait, I took Uber shuttle from Newark home on Sunday. Let me tell you about that. Oh, and I also have to tell you how I met Caroline, and I'll get into the details of the weekend. So I met Caroline when we debuted together. What that means, yes, I said debuted. What that means is we were debutantes through the New York Junior League when we were 18. and that's how I met her. My hometown didn't have a debutante ball anymore because, as you can imagine, it's not very common in anymore. People don't really do it, so it was canceled. So I did the New York City one, the New York Junior League one. I was only ever going to do a Junior League one. Junior League is a women's volunteer group in all major cities in the US and London. My mom belonged to it. It's a really awesome volunteer group. I belonged to it when I first moved to New York. It's just a great way to get involved, be with like-minded women who want to give back to the community, you know, flex your fundraising muscles, and meet women who want to make friends and like be in that vibe. It's a really good community. My mom belonged to Junior League in every city she ever lived in, like whether it was Austin, Texas, Rochester, Minnesota, Delray Beach, Florida. They have them in Connecticut, whatever. My mom, her two sisters, and my grandmother were also debutantes. So it was a really big deal. Like, my mom really wanted me to do it, and it was like the best night ever. And what I got out of that night is amazing memories, a fabulous photo album, like leather bound, beautiful, and my friendship with Caroline. So that's how I met Caroline. I have to tell you something else. I was gonna tell you, I think, what I did that day. Yeah, okay, so I didn't know anyone, right? And I also wasn't at the hotel block where like the shuttle brought you to the church. So I just walked into the church at 4:58. It started at 5. I was so worried I was late. Walk in, take my seat in the middle aisle, and then it was a full church service, right? So I was there solo, hoping I'm dressed right, like blah blah blah, and during the peace, like, you know, when you do peace in church, like you say peace be with you to the people around you, there was a couple behind me, they're my age, and I recognized one of them from my friend's college photos, and then so it was a guy and a girl, and I immediately was like, I'm coming with you guys in the shuttle to the venue. And they were my buddies all night. I now have friends in Nashville. And then there was a photo booth. We had photo booth pictures together, and then people at my table. There, like, group of 5 of us had a lot of fun just dancing. It was an incredible black tie venue. It was at the University Club in Chicago. And like, let me tell you, like, I dressed the part for black tie. They delivered the black tie wedding. It was so nice. It's the most beautiful view of Lake Michigan. Amazing food, full sit-down dinner. Oof, it was so lovely. I had the best time. I did not sleep because I got home at 1 because it was a wedding, and I left at 3 a.m. for the airport. So that threw off my whole week, but I got back Sunday, and it was so good to be back in my home city. Okay, that was good. 22 minutes. As you can tell, I'm a fast talker. I have a lot to say, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. I think that's good for now. My next episodes, I want to get into like I want to talk with Aneri about career stuff. I want to talk with C about like the drinking and the fitness stuff. I just have so many awesome friends. I want to tell you exactly how I've met all my friends. People say it's really hard to meet people in New York. I have never had a problem doing that. So I want to tell you about it. Let's see. Ooh, I've been laid off twice. I really want to talk about that, actually. I've been laid off twice. Also, I want to talk about my Japan trip, because maybe I'll bring my brother on for that. I went to Japan for 14 days. I visited like 7 places. It was way too much. However, it was a sick trip, but one of the highlights is that I went to the Japanese Grand Prix, the Formula 1 race in Suzuka, which is outside Nagoya it's about 90 minutes south of Tokyo. I really want to talk about that. That was a cool trip. Okay, well, I'll see you guys next time. Love ya. Bye.